Now let's turn to the windows on the west. The first window on the west side is St. John. St. John is carrying a pen, holding a book. He's writing the book of Revelations. He was a great writer. He also wrote the Gospel of John, and I believe 4 books, all entitled John, in the canon of the New Testament. He was the only apostle who was never martyred. It's in memory of James Drury, one of the first businessmen in Alliston, and his wife, Margaret McGinnis. Their daughter, Bertha, married George Hutchison, who owned a clothing store, was later occupied by Carlton's Bakery and now by Bodies in Balance. It was at the corner of Church Street and Victoria. The second window on the west side, I Am the Light of the World, is in memory of William Martindale and his wife Amelia Heck. Mr. Martindale owned and operated a very prosperous hardware store. The window was dedicated by his daughter Edna. Edna was principal of Alliston Public School in the 1920s. When her father passed away in 1927, she retired to look after her mother. And on the mother's passing, she applied for a position in the office at Stevenson Memorial Hospice. It is said that no baby ever left Stevenson Hospital during her tenure in the office that didn't receive a kiss from Miss Martindale. The third window on the west, Come Unto Me, is dedicated to the Latimers, William Latimer and his wife Matilda. Mr. Latimer owned and operated a carriage shop and later a garage at the corner of Paris Street and Victoria Street. Christ Holding a Child, the fourth window in the series on the west. It's in memory of William Knight and Bertha Hender, and Thompson Banting and his wife Margaret Grant, who in 1852 was the first white girl born in Alliston. Margaret Grant was the mother of Sir Frederick Banting, the co-discoverer of insulin. The fifth window in the series on the west, All Service Ranks the Same with God, is in memory of Sarah Ann Hutchison and John Hutchison and Mary Gertrude Fawcett. One of the UCW units was named the Gertrude Foster Unit. She died in 1961, a year before the UCW was formed. She was such a revered member of the church that one of the 7 units of the UCW was named after her. It is my understanding that Mr. John Hutchison was a brother-in-law to Mr. Foster, and the two of them owned the creamery that we have previously mentioned.